Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z, the what is it and how to all things Stampin' Up. In this series, I go through and I show you different products and how to use them and different techniques. It's all for it's cutting out on me. Hopefully this is working. You know what? I'm just gonna turn on my iPad, make sure that we're on here. I would hate to talk away and not have anything going on. So anyways, if you are joining me live today, or if you're watching the replay, please comment, say hi, where are you watching from? Yeah, I love to know when people are here. I do try and watch the comments as I go, so it's a little more interactive. I like to know that and my phone keeps telling me it's cutting out. So sounds like it's looking like, I wonder if my Wi-Fi is, I don't see my booster. Somebody might have stolen it on me. Anyways, hopefully this works. If not, we'll have to try again another time. Okay, I just wanted to remind you before I get started that we do have our last chance, the light, items on, and there's a lot of things that are discounted from the annual catalog that will be retiring as of May. So make sure you check that out and get your hands on it. It's while supplies last only. The other thing, the reason we have the retiring is because the new catalog is out. So if you have purchased from me in the past 6 months, I will be sending you, goodness, it keeps cutting out. I'll be sending you a catalog in the mail. But if you are interested in getting one, you can always contact me and let me know, and we can try and get you one. So today is episode 71. We are going to be creating and playing with stencils. So I have played with the decorative masks in the past and done some things, but there's so many ways you can create stencils, use stencils. I have been inspired by some cards I'd seen that are just basically. Why does this keep cutting out? I do not know. I apologize. If it keeps doing this, I'll have to stop and start it again. Anyways, so I'm hopefully going to show you some new ways to do some stencils and some simple cards that come out absolutely beautiful. Those of you who know me, I tend to do a little bit, it keeps getting out. I tend to do a little bit more avid crafter kind of cards, especially on these ones, because this is where I get to have fun. But today is a little more simpler. I did step them up a little bit as I go. So I start super simple and then kind of step up as I go through the 3 cards. So anyways, why don't I turn you around and let's get started. Okay. Oh, and as usual, oh, my volume is way down. I always... Okay, we're back. I'm having technical difficulties today. I apologize. It's not working very well. Okay, it's cutting out. What is going on? I don't know where my booster is. Ugh. Well, hopefully this works, because I'm not sure where my booster went. Someone must have stolen it. Okay, as you can tell, I'm back in my craft room, so things are not quite set up the way I'm used to. Anyways, so let's get started with our first project. So I'm going to make my stencil to begin with. I'm taking these Picture This dies that are in the annual catalog. I don't believe, they're not retiring, so they will be available. And I'm taking this one, and I'm going to take my Big Boss here. Oof, if I can get it in here. And then I'm taking a slightly larger sheet than my sheet that I'm going to be using. And I'm just going to cut this out kind of centered. this way. Some people, you can use a magnetic plate or washi tape if you want to hold it down, but when it's this easy to get it where you want it. Okay, and then we've got our pieces here. So then you simply take it out, and we're not going to use these pieces. We're going to use this piece. So these dies were designed so that you use it like this onto a card, but we're turning this into a stencil. Now, note to self, I noticed in the new catalog, they're masking sheets. So it's not just masking tape. It's not just pieces of 3M adhesive sticky notes, but there's full masking sheets. So you'll be able to really make some really nice stencils and put it down and have some really nice effects. But I don't have access to it yet, so we're going old school. So you can tape this down if you want. Washi tape is usually best for that, so you don't tear anything. So I'm just gonna put it in there. And then, oh, I apologize. This is horrible. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. So I'm going to kind of do a full-on, well, maybe but maybe I will just do, it's Easter coming. So we'll start with the yellow. I'll take a blender brush. And then I'll just come in, and if you're worried about getting it into the next piece here, you can always use a sticky note or something to block that, so you have a little bit more freedom to go crazy. And hopefully I'm not shaking the camera too much as I go. I'm going to have this Highland Heather. These are nice Eastery colors. And you really want to kind of blend into one another. Put a bit more yellow here. Okay. Oh dear. I'm going to go like this. And I'll take another. These are the 3M sticky notes, but they're the ones that have adhesive all the way to the bottom. So it's not just a teeny piece of sticky, which is kind of nice for this full masking sheets, which I'm so excited for. It's going to be great to have those. Okay, let's change brushes here. So then we have Flirty Flamingo and Pale Papaya. Kind of go in for a rainbow, but in a slightly different order. So you can see there's a wing. You get a pretty good impression, but you do run the risk of it kind of going under, but it's pretty good for the most part. I haven't had too much trouble. And as long as you stick it down like I did, it doesn't really move around on you. Okay, those are my next two. Move those. And then, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, no, that's okay. I was thinking this is the top. I'm like, oh no. Let's put it where I'm going to be brushing. And then we've got Granny Apple Green and Balmy Blue. I just have a brush for each color, and I've kind of been using it for various colors, so hopefully it's not too dark. I'm going to go kind of light on here. It's one of my other projects uses the evening evergreen, which is quite dark. Don't quite want it that dark. Okay, hopefully, I know we're cutting in and out, but it seems to be very quick, so hopefully it's probably annoying, but hopefully it's not, you're not missing too much of the demonstration. And I will get things fixed for next week for sure. And I don't know if any of you saw on my page, I have a card club that runs from September to just a few months, and so I've opened it up just a few spots per month for whoever wants to, oh yeah, I'm not picking that up yet, try it out, see if it's something they like. I send out a kit of cards, 3 cards, and everything is prepped for you. So it's kind of nice that way. We go on Zoom and get together and stamp. And if you miss it, there's a recorded video, so you can always do your projects at a different time. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Stamparatus and I'm going to have to move this, I guess. Shoot, I don't want to move it, so maybe I will place these guys. I'm going to stamp them both at the same time because they're both in black. So we'll just use that. Okay, so you always have to be careful once these cling stamps are so clingy. You got to make sure that you don't, because you can actually tear them if you don't have a good edge on it. So then I'm going to put my little guy here. Okay, so then now that I know where I want it, I'm just going to put this down, pick it up. As usual, moving everything around. I'm going to take, and I like to use the Stamparatus for this just because you can get a really good, you can go over it multiple times if you don't get it, because you've got that piece of paper lifting it up. Sometimes you won't get the full print that you want, so then you can go back in and see I missed his little chest there, so I can get a little bit more. I can get his arm, and then this guy, his feet. There we go. Okay, so now I'm happy with that one. And then I want to stamp in the middle. I want to stamp Happy Easter. Go. So again, this is very simple, just all ink onto some basic white cardstock, but you'll see you'll end up with a ready for the ta-da. Okay, here we go. Let's take the tape off. And then you've got a really pretty card with multicolors and shapes and stamps. So all I did was mount it onto a full white piece of cardstock, and then I've got my card. So super simple, easy peasy card. Now we're gonna step things up a little bit. Put this aside. This, I'm just gonna turn it over so I don't get ink all over my face there. Okay, so next we're going to take piece. Actually, before I do that, we're going to make some stencils using the, so I've already made a few because I need more than one for this. So this is the Ranunculus Romance Ranunculus dies. It goes with the Ranunculus Romance set that goes with it. It is this one. We're just going to be using this die today though. So I've taken this out, and I should have had a sample of a flower that it cuts out, because if you cut both of them together, so you have to figure out kind of where it fits. And if you cut them both out together, it cuts you out a flower. If you cut them out separate, obviously you would get a solid flower. And I am doing here, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take my sticky notes again. I'm going to, oopsie, stick this down. And stick this down. And we're going to cut this out on with the machine again. Big guy here. Really would have been better if I used my little Baby Boss. I don't know if any of you took advantage of the sale and got your hands on one. It was a pretty good deal. Okay. Stick this in. Now I'm going to run it through more than once. This one, it only needs once, but the other one, layer, I want to make sure I have a good cut. So we'll just end up doing it twice. Oh, hi Yolanda. Hang on, I'm seeing it in my camera. Just to warn you, I don't know how long you've been watching, but it's been cutting in and out on me. So it's not you, it's me. Someone stole my booster for the Wi-Fi, so I'm just having a bit of troubles. Anyways, I'm just gonna poke all these pieces. Oh, you just got here, okay. Some stencils, and I was saying that in the new catalog, it's not available yet to us, but there's masking, not masking tape, but full masking sheets. So it's going to be really fun to play with those, and dies and blending brushes. So I can't wait to get my hands on those, but for now, playing with sticky notes. And so I'm carefully, now you don't have to use the sticky note. It's probably overkill on my part, but I also wanted to show you, if you're a person who really needs that to be stuck down, you can. And even something as detailed as this, it's doable. Those of you who know me, I'm not the most patient person on earth. So hence the excitement for masking sheets and not just pieces. Okay, and then, no, I don't need that, I need this. So I've got 4 of these made. I'm just gonna set this aside for now. And I should have kept them all in the same way, but I did. So I'm just gonna peel it. You could totally, for this part, this masking is good. The flower, I could probably just make one on a piece of paper and use it. But if you want to be sure that you've got a good part, I think it's worth having the sticky notes and using them. If you can, if you're smart, you cut it out where there's that little piece that's not as sticky, so it's easier to peel, like so. Okay, so then I'm gonna maybe have a flower here. Move this. It's too far in the corner. There we go. Okay. And then I probably could just cut this one, but I kind of like that it's holding my paper down. Use all of my mask here. And then one more at the bottom. Okay, why is it not showing me comments again? Oh, there. Are these special sticky notes? They are the full, they're the 3M sticky notes, but they're called, what were they called? Super sticky? I can't remember. I ordered them on Amazon. They're just, they stick all the way to this. So just this little line at the bottom here doesn't have sticky like a sticky note. So it's kind of nice. It gives you a little bit more, you can do a little bit more with it. So then I'm going to take another blender and where's my smoky slate? And I'm going to make my background. So I'm just gonna, so instead of using, like if I were to use smoky slate cardstock and then try and ink my flowers on top, obviously it wouldn't look that great because it would be whatever colors the flowers were on gray. So we're gonna keep our flowers white, but we're gonna smoky slate. So you could even just, if you wanted, so the card that I'm going to be showing you my example, I was kind of lazy and I only cut out one flower and I just moved it around and I ended up having to go back and do a little bit because I got some flour. I was just lazy. So hopefully this one will be taking the time to do it properly and really I can get more ink on here too, as if I was just kind of going around one little flower at a time. Okay, so again, here comes the fun part, but instead of taking it all off at once, I'm going to do them one at a time, and I think I will start with this one, so I still have two holding it down. So, oh, look at that. I love taking masks off. It's always so much fun. Okay, so like I said, you could take a flower that you did on here and just do it like we did the last one. But if you really want it to stick down part, you have to figure out what part of the flower it is. I believe, so I usually look for this little, there's two parts where it kind of goes in. So I think, and if you, I don't know if you can see on camera, but I can see when I lay it down that it does follow the flower, but I want to leave like an outer edge to it because it is supposed to have an edge, and then I'm going to stick this down. So now if you're afraid that you're going to go over the edge, you can just add a bit more sticky here so that when you're blending. So now I'm going to take I think I've used these before. Maybe you missed the one I did. Flirty Flamingo, Calypso Coral, and Pale Papaya. So blender brushes so I don't put the wrong color down. Pale Papaya, and then I'll use the same one for that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Pale Papaya, and I'm just going to put it everywhere because it's my lightest color. So as I go over, the darker colors will pick up. I'm going to worry about not getting it out of the second one. And then in the center, we'll have Calypso Coral. Oh, it's peeling. There. And then again, the fun part, when you peel it off. Ooh la la. Okay. So then I'm just going to keep this, actually, I'm just going to dry it a bit because I did find I was rushing my other one and I just kept covering it, and then I ended up with colors, kind of the gray was on the flowers. So we'll just give that a little hit. Okay, so cover that up. I guess I could have covered it with the flower piece. Might have been better. Oh well, too late now. Okay, I will do this one now. Anyways, I'll just do one more and then, because you guys will get the, this one might be harder to get because I don't have my little two-piece in here, but you just have to keep kind of find a fit, which this looks like it fits. So again, I didn't have to cut too many of these, but I did cut extras in case they broke as I went along. And again, I'm just gonna cover this so that I don't make a mess. I'll take this pale papaya again. Okay, and then the flirty and Calypso Coral. Oh, do the full one. I don't know what, my comments don't stay on here for some reason. I have to keep tab. All right, you want me to do the full one? That's the fun part. Okay, let's dry this. I'll do the full one and then I'll show you the finished card. So like I said, these are like one layer ink cards that are very simple. They pack a lot of punch, but they don't have a lot of well, they have detail, but not in the same way that you would with die cuts and stuff. So again, I have to find my piece here. I think this might be it. Yeah. Okay, so then I gotta make sure it's all. And I might want to cover this up a little. That's not gonna work. I'll probably use that for there. And this one for here. Oh, maybe I need one more piece. Really cover it up. And here we go. So pale papaya on the outside. Stay. Okay. Then we've got our flirty flamingo. And then the Calypso Coral for the center. Okay, now for the ta-da. Ready for this? It's like opening up a gift. One piece at a time. How much can I torture you? There we go. Ta-da! Okay, and then I have just that one piece left, so I will leave that on there. And I will show you. Ta-da! So then I just cut out the Happy Easter. So I used the, what are they called? Word Wishes dies, and I used the dimensional sheets and cut it out with the black, basic black. These Word Wishes dies are retiring. They are, there's something you don't have yet and there's something you want. They have all the great holidays. They have St. Patrick's Day, they have Valentine's, they have Thanksgiving. It's hard to read them. Father's Day, I think, Mother's Day, Christmas. So it's kind of like all your holidays. So yeah, they're really good ones. I don't know if they're on sale. I forgot to look. But anyways, you can always look on my store, lindagibbs.stampinup.net, and you can see them because they just matched really nice. So move up a bit. Oh, like that. Hopefully that's high here. I'll just wait for my camera to catch up to see where I am on camera. It's not moving. Oh, there we go. There. Okay, now we're centered. Sorry about that. I'm really having technical issues today. Okay, so that's that card. Now for the last one. This last one has quite a few steps to it, but again, it's still just ink and paper. So hopefully this next one is my wow card. So hopefully it really wows you. All right, let's move all these aside. Put that there, move these aside. Okay, so I need now, if I can find it, I'm going to use these, they're the butterfly and flower layering decorative masks. They are in the mini catalog, so they are still available, and they were back ordered, but they're back on now. So if you haven't got them, now I'll be using the flowers and the leaves for this. There's butterflies that you can layer, and then there's just some nice backgrounds as well. I don't know if you can see that. Flowers, vines, and these, I used these not too long ago in another video, so you can always check those out. I don't need the butterflies. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my Big Boss machine here. So let me take this stuff off. I don't need this actually. I don't need either of these. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take, so there's I don't know what the new one is called. There is it's the embossing mat. Let me just see, I can tell you. So it's this impressions mat. So you can do embossing with dies and stuff. So that's what this mat is. And then I'm going to take, no, I don't remember. Silly me. I don't remember if the order that I did it in. I'm pretty sure it would have been this and then this. Oh, where's my other piece? I took it off. Uh-oh. George. Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. I'm going to, before I do this, I need to tape this down because I'm not using these pieces. I'm just using this piece. So, where's my smaller tape? Here we go. to just cover the flowers, and actually instead of taping it there where it's going to show, I'm going to oh no, I have to tape it on this side. I should have left it taped and set up. I think I was washing it all off and cleaning it, so I took it off. Okay, so there's one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this mask, and I'm actually going to use it like a stencil. And since I don't, I want my flowers going this way on my sheet. Right? Yes. Okay, so I've set myself up too early. Hang on, let me move this. Okay, I'll pick that up in a sec. Okay, I need the shiny side. Why? Oh, why am I so stupid? Sorry, guys. Stupidity is entering my brain here. I need it on that side, so I need the tape to be over here. Because you will see in a second. So I'm not quite covering that flower. Okay. Flowers are covered. We're good. Okay, so then I'm going to take Balmy Blue and I'm going to ink this all up. So once again, instead of having a white background, I'm going to have a colored background. And as you can see, so the reason I didn't want the tape there is I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to get the ink all the way here because it's hard with that plastic to really get the line. Okay. And then I'm going to take, oh, that piece that, okay. So we have this, we have this, we have this, and we have, this is not how I did it. Pretty sure it was this way. We wanted, oh, that's why it wasn't right. This is what's going wrong. Oh, geez. We want it centered. Then we need this piece. And then we need, where's my other plate? Losing my plates. Oh, here it's under the machine. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully lift this up. Put this here, put my plate, add this plate on top, and we'll roll it through. Hopefully my sandwich was right. And with the impressions mat, as you can see, it does move, but it worked. And that's the one thing I forgot to do, is to tape it down to my piece of paper because I needed that taped. But I don't know if you can tell, but it is embossed through, and now it has this nice color. But I want it to be an even deeper color. So one more time, and this time I'm going to remember to tape it. So I am, where's my, some more Balmy Blue. I'm going to ink it up again. And like I did before, we're going to ink that edge just so we don't have that edge showing. Now I have to be very careful because I did not tape it down. I'm going to have to really get this on the first try. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to tape this. Eee, I moved it. And this is why you tape it the first time. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, there we go. Now we're safe. Okay, so we've got the machine again, we've got our mat, got our pieces, got our special impression plate, and then our other plate. Craft-a-lunch, yeah. You should see my room after these lives. It's like disaster has hit. Okay. And there we go. So you can still see that line because of the, but I haven't found a better way to do that. Just because it has those flowers next to it, unfortunately. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not sure. But now I have a picture, and I'm just gonna wipe this excess blue off, just because as I'm trying to do the other stuff, we don't want it mucking everything up. Okay, so as you can see, this is an uber messy project. I'm gonna make sure that before I start on anything else, this line is gonna get mostly hidden with the other stuff that we're doing, so you'll see. I'm gonna close this up. Okay, so I'm gonna close the, oh, I still have some blue on here. Okay, here we go. Now it's not fitting well, so I'm just gonna reposition it. The impression mat is so squishy. It doesn't always work. Okay, so since it's clean, I don't have to worry about fudging things too much. There we go. So then I'm going to take Blushing Bride this time as my base flower color. And I'm going to brush it on to the embossed flowers. So I still have my plastic behind here, so I don't have to worry that if I go over that it's going to go on to the blue. So that, then the way this stencil works is you can flip it over and you need to line it up again so it hides the blue. There we go. Just stick this, I'll take another sticky note here. It's not moving, and oh, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it here because my flowers aren't hidden on this one, so rather than get pink there, And then I'm going to use Polished Pink as the darker pink. And then I'm just going to go over it. Okay. And then we get our ta-da moment, but we're not finished. But we get a ta-da moment. So there's our flowers with the blue. Then we're getting rid of this stencil one because now I have to find it. If you line it up just right, it lines up everywhere. So obviously I have it the wrong way. No, maybe I had it the right way. Hang on. If you get it just so, it works really well. But it's not working. It's got to be the other way. What's going on here? This is really, unless I have it the wrong side. Is that why it's not working? Possibly. There we go. It works so much better when you hold it the right way. Okay. We don't have any tape going for this one yet, so I'll just take a sticky note here. We'll hold that down. But we also want to cover these flowers. So go, and we want that leaf to show. Okay, I think we have all our leaves. And then we're going to take yet another color. We're going to use Evening Evergreen. Since it's darker than, I needed something darker than the blue that'll kind of not show like there was blue behind it. So let me just go in. Now you either have to be very careful, or you might want to cover that edge. And same here, but I am going to be cutting out the outside, so I'm not too worried there. And we've got our leaves. Ta-da! And then the same for this side. I'm not going to do it. You line it up again, and then you would do those leaves. I did them with the soft succulent, just slightly lighter. And then I cut it out with the scallops and contours, and cut it out with the other words ones. It's in the mini right now, the Amazing Thanks dies. So I cut out the background Amazing with white, and then I used the Evening Evergreen for the Amazing, stamped the U, which is from the Create with Friends stamp set, which is in the annual catalog, I believe. And I just cut that out and put it on. So this is all just ink and paper with, I don't know if you can see it, but it is, not only is it's not flat, like it has that embossed or popped up, but yeah. So that is my 3 projects for today. I will show them to you again. hopefully this one was a wow for you. I was happy with it. Here's the second one. And then our first and very simple one. So 3 different cards, but all using the same techniques to really start playing with this kind of stuff. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today. Hopefully I didn't cut out too much. I saw it cut out a couple more times. And hope you have a great rest of your week. Yolande, we need to touch base. I need to get you your stuff. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week. Bye.